Forget Thanos, Ultron, and Loki. As far as the MCU is concerned, the biggest adversary the Avengers have ever faced is Kang the Conqueror. And after years of waiting, he's finally arrived in the MCU on the Season 1 finale of Loki, played by this guy, Jonathan Majors. Now, the Marvel Universe is full of heroes and villains alike, but only a few can match the sheer might of Kang the Conqueror. Why? Well, his mastery of time travel. Kang has always been one of the greatest threats the Marvel heroes have ever faced. Imagine facing off against an opponent who's able to experience the past, present, and future all at once. What exactly would you do that he hasn't foreseen? Well, in this video, we'll uncover the top Marvel characters who would absolutely crush Kang and put an end to his conquest. So stick with us to find out who among your favorite Marvel characters is strong enough to come out on top in a battle with Kang the Emperor. Note, however, that we will stick to Marvel heroes only in this video, so let's get to it. Before we get into number 7, let's answer the question, who is Kang? In the comics, Kang the Conqueror is a powerful supervillain, having earned the name Kang the Time Eater after he took the power of Galactus himself on Earth 18854. This dude is literally one of the strongest opponents the Avengers has ever faced. Kang is a highly trained warrior, an inventor, and a master strategist. Unmatched when it comes to time physics, Kang has several lifetimes worth of experience and is the ultimate conqueror of the multiverse. Because of his great mastery over time, Kang fans say Kang might even be stronger than the Celestials themselves. Despite having no natural superpowers, Kang has an indomitable will and a super genius level intelligence. He learned how to use the Benefactor's time device and became an expert in his future's advanced technology, creating battle armor that endowed him with what seemed like superhuman abilities. In the future, he's the ruler of a large city known as Chronopolis, and is often likened to a future version of Pharaoh Ramses II of ancient Egypt. We saw a variant of him in the just recently concluded Season 1 of Loki. According to the same comics, Kang's real name is Nathaniel Richards, which is also the name of his ancestor from the 20th century, the father of Reed Richards, the stretchy guy in the Fantastic Four. So, considering all the hype about Kang the Conqueror, what MCU hero is strong enough to defeat Kang? Let's see. Number 7. Wanda. If there is anyone capable of defeating Kang, it is Scarlet Witch. Wanda is literally able to rewrite reality and dreamwalk through the multiverse, abilities that would be key in her fight against Kang. She was even powerful enough that she was able to destroy the Vision's Mind Stone in the Battle of Wakanda. Also, with her ability like her telepathy that allows her to manipulate her opponents mentally by putting them in a nightmare type of visions of their past or potential future, Kang may not stand a chance given that such an opponent would definitely have a messed up past. Also, in Doctor Strange 2, we saw an expansion of the scope of her powers which allowed her to take out the Illuminati of Earth 838 within minutes. Considering all these, there's no doubt that she is easily the biggest threat to Kang. However, knowing fully well who the Scarlet Witch is, she might just end up destroying the world in the process as we prophesized during WandaVision by Agatha Harkness. Number 6. Hulk. The green guy is another superhero who will crush Kang in a fight. In fact, Kang has always seen Hulk as a formidable opponent and a huge threat to his plans. In fact, in the comics, Kang once tried to go back in time to kill Hulk's ancestors during the Second World War. This is because he figured out that if Hulk's ancestors were never born, then Hulk wouldn't exist. Talk about visceral fear and hatred for the green guy. However, he was stopped and, as one would expect, was defeated by Hulk. When compared to Kang, Hulk's powers are on an entirely different level. Aside from his super strength, great speed, and ability to jump long distances, almost as if he were flying when slamming his hands together, he can also create destructive shockwaves, and Kang would no doubt have a hard time fighting against him. Also, Bruce Banner is among the Earth's most brilliant men. And with the introduction of Smart Hulk, the brains could also help Banner defeat this villain, as it would give the Hulk strength and an added edge of logic and tactics. Number 5. Thor. Thor is another character to watch out for against Kang. This dude literally killed the all-powerful Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder. In fact, like Hulk, Kang and Thor have clashed in the comics before, and Thor won, although with great consequences. Now, while Thor may not be as smart as Bruce or outwit Kang, he makes up for it with enough raw power to stand up to him, and in the just concluded Thor Love and Thunder, Thor is now mightier than ever. Thor is stronger, faster, and more durable than Kang. Additionally, due to his age, he has so much experience when it comes to combat that when it comes to the clash between the two, Thor would most definitely walk away victorious. Number 4. Captain America. Well, there is a very slim chance that Steve Rogers would be returning to the MCU, as he slyly managed to get his own happy ending by manipulating the timeline. If he did come back to the MCU, Captain America is no doubt going to be a formidable opponent for Kang. When we compare both characters, Kang seems to have a very significant edge over Captain America in terms of brute strength. Captain America relies on his soldier serum, which no doubt places him at the peak of human performance, and drastically improves his psychological processes. However, irrespective of how advanced Captain America's strength is, it would be wasted on Kang's futuristic armor. However, as we have seen with several face-offs, skill is a very important factor that determines who comes victorious, and in one between Captain America and Kang, the Captain's skill might just be his saving grace. You see, like Kang, Steve Rogers doesn't actually have any inherent superpowers. However, his combat skills are unmatched. Number 3, Captain Marvel. When it comes to raw strength, Captain Marvel is no doubt one of the strongest superheroes in the Marvel Universe in general, and it's only right that she's one of the very few who can crush Kang in a face-off. In terms of skill, like Captain America, her extensive military training and superior combat skills would make her a formidable opponent against Kang. However, in addition to these, she possesses a few other amazing tools in her arsenal. For instance, because of her mutated DNA, Captain Marvel is able to generate and produce concussive energy blasts from her hands, and this has been very crucial in her fight against other enemies. However, what would be considered her trump card in a fight against Kang would no doubt make her victorious using her binary powers. Let's explain. You see, because of her mutant DNA, Captain Marvel is able to generate and control any form of radiation of gravity, making her comparable to a white hole. Cool, right? Number 2, Doctor Strange. Another superhero who's able to defeat Kang is Doctor Strange. In fact, in the comics, Doctor Strange is one of the very few who've actually defeated Kang before. In the comics, Doctor Strange was summoned by the moon god Khonshu to help the Fantastic Four defeat Kang while the villain was in his Ramatut form, somewhere in ancient Egypt. It's interesting to note that in the battle, Strange wasn't really physically present, but was only in his astral form. This simply means that he sent a part of his consciousness away from his body, and it was in that form that he defeated Kang. Sick, right? Aside from his astral projection, Doctor Strange has many more outstanding tricks up his sleeves, which gives him a powerful advantage in a fight against Kang. For one, he's a master of the mystic arts, possessing incredible magic knowledge and power, and being able to conjure magical spells within a matter of moments. Also, with a tool like the Eye of Agamotto, which allows him to alter time around objects, locations, or other beings, or even see the future, Kang's time-traveling ability would be wasted against Strange. In fact, if Strange decides to use the Eye of Agamotto against Kang, just as he did against Dormammu, then it's game over against Kang. Moreover, if there's one thing that we've picked up after the Multiverse of Madness, it's the fact that Doctor Strange, in fact, has gotten more powerful and might still continue to. So it's safe to say that if he's to meet Kang again, this time on the screens, he'll not only defeat Kang, but will do so very easily. Number 1, Iron Man. This list can never be complete if it doesn't have Iron Man in it. Well, we all know that Iron Man won't be returning as an Avenger, owing to his ultimate sacrifice in Avengers Endgame. A face-off between Kang and Iron Man is no doubt going to be sensational. However, considering that both characters are very much similar since they're both extremely intelligent and have at their disposal unmanageable pieces of technology, this face-off will no doubt be the most unpredictable and interesting. Anyone who doesn't know the full power of Tony Stark, the Iron Man, may think that since Kang's from a time when technology is way more advanced, the Time Eater will have an edge over him. But it's not as clear-cut as that. Over the course of the MCU, we've witnessed some pretty insane feats in terms of what kind of power Iron Man's suits dish out, and what they can tank. The only aspect that Iron Man lacks is the fact that he doesn't have anything in his arsenal to counter Kang's reality-altering abilities. However, being that Tony is a highly adapting and innovative character, it'll most likely take him a few minutes to come up with a way to counter this. So, what do you think of this list? Are there any more MCU heroes who would crush Kang in a face-off we didn't mention? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you, and see ya.